This is a 2020 Hyundai Ioniq Electric, and in this video I'm just going to talk about the traffic camera and speed alerts on the inbuilt navigation. So in the Ioniq it does speed camera detection in the navigation, and you don't need to have it running, you just need to have it on the home screen. But there are a couple of settings here you want to enable. So you click Setup and then go to Navigation and then go to Alerts, and you want to make sure Camera Alert is ticked, and then go to Camera Alert Settings and just make sure Alert Distance depending on the speed limit is also ticked. So what that's going to do is give a little tone, a little bing or pong as you approach the speed camera, and then you get the same as you leave. But more importantly, if you're doing more than the legal speed limit as you approach that camera, it keeps binging at you until your speed drops to that legal limit, so you don't get caught by that camera. So what I'm going to do is now drive to a speed camera and show you that in practice. So just up here is a good place to test this, because there is a speed camera just within the 30-mile-an-hour limit as you enter a village. So obviously I'm not going to break the law and speed on YouTube, but this is a good one where I can test it, because I can approach the camera at the 50-mile-an-hour limit and the car should be telling me I'm going too fast, and then slow down just as I get to the camera. The overspeed warning should then stop, and then I can drive through the camera at the legal limit. So that's the plan anyway. But I drove past this camera the other day and noticed its location and noticed this telling me the overspeed warnings, and thought, well, that would be a good video, because on my partner's Ioniq she didn't know it did this, had never turned it on, and we were sat in this driving, and she asked me, what's that noise? And questioned why her Ioniq didn't do the same thing. So anyway, that's what's prompted me to make the video. So at the moment this is a 50-mile-an-hour road. I'm going to have to drop back a bit and get a bit of a gap between me and those vehicles in front so I can get some speed up. So I've got the radio running, but I've got it turned down. So if you've got the radio working, this works. If you've got your sat-nav screen on, it works. I'm going to do a test in a minute to see whether it works when you're using Android Auto. But at the moment this road is 50 miles an hour, so I'm going to speed up, and I'm doing 50. And just round this corner we enter the village, I think. There, notification me coming into camera. I'm doing too much. So I slowed down to 30 and it stopped. And there's the camera. So the system works really well. I have turned the volume up so you could hear it, and that's the notification to say I've left the camera. So it's a really handy speed camera detection system. So now I'm going to approach the camera again, but I've got Google Maps running with a route. So let's see whether the Hyundai navigation system behind it still gives you the warning. Right, it gave me a ping, but I think the ping was off Google Maps. But I wasn't getting the overspeed warning. So, as sort of expected, it doesn't work when you're using Android Auto, and I suspect the same with Apple Carplay. But on Google Maps you do get the same notification as you enter a speed camera anyway, but you don't get that overspeed warnings. So I'm just doing one final test, and I'm using Google Maps again, but I don't have a route set up, and it then did it. So that's interesting. It doesn't there we go. That's the Hyundai notifications. I'm just going to turn around and try it on the other camera again, because there's cameras either side of this village, so I've got two I can play with. But it worked then, so obviously having a navigation set up in Google Maps stops the Hyundai one working, but actually running Google Maps doesn't stop it. However, a bit pointless, because you would very rarely have this up on your screen if you weren't navigating to somewhere. But anyway, let me go up here and turn around and try it, this one approaching, this camera here, approaching it at 50 miles an hour while leaving Google Maps up there on the screen. So let's try again. I'm doing 50 miles an hour. That's the notification. Yeah. And then I slowed down to 30 and it stopped. So yeah, it works if you don't have a route on the navigation there. So I'm just trying this again. Again, I've got a route in Google Maps there, and I'm doing 46 miles an hour. Yeah, nothing. Apart from the little ping from Google Maps to say there's a speed camera there. So clearly having a route, navigating to a destination, should I say, in Google Maps cancels out those notifications from the Hyundai navigation system behind. So I'm not sure whether this is relevant, but I'm running the software from June 2023. So there it is, yeah, 1st of June 2023, and I updated it on the 15th of June. So that's the version of head unit software I'm running. Obviously you can update this yourself. If you don't know how to do it, you just Google update Hyundai navigation and go to the EU website, and you use a USB stick down there, download the software, put it in, and it will upgrade it all. So you can do all that yourself, don't need to go to a dealership. But I'm not sure whether this overspeed detection and warning is on older versions of the software, because as soon as I bought this car in June I updated it. So that's one thing to bear in mind. And then the next thing I was just going to show you is how you change the sound. So we go to sound, and then we go to driver guidance, guidance volume, and this is it, navigation sound effects. That's the one that changes the volume of those notifications. So I've learned something as well, because I didn't know it did that either. So I hope that's helped. If it has, please do click the thumbs up button, it really does help. Do subscribe to the channel as well, and do write in the comments below and ask any questions. And if you want to know more about these cars, the Hyundai Ioniq Electric, in the video description below is a link to a playlist where you can see all the other videos I've done on this car. So that's it. I'll see you on the next video.